Sales departments have encountered major challenges in the past few years due to social and economic events that have disrupted the demand for products and services. Companies now require a strategically targeted, personalized account-based marketing approach to strengthen customer relationships and maximize profits. Account-based marketing, or ABM, is a strategy and program that identifies high-value accounts and engages their buying teams with marketing content and personal communications tailored to their needs. The goal is to quickly and efficiently increase sales revenue and ROI. ABM stands in contrast to demand generation, although they work synergistically. Demand generation is an older approach that's geared towards collecting and qualifying sales leads, using broad advertising and marketing methods to foster interest in products and services. Those leads are then analyzed using an ABM approach to find and nurture high-value accounts. ABM is inherently a much slower and more expensive process compared to demand generation, which casts a wider net to find leads quickly. Fundamentally, ABM brings marketing methods and personnel into the sales process. It requires marketing and sales teams to collaborate on identifying key accounts, understanding their needs and challenges, and building closer relationships through customized content and more personal interaction. We'll examine the basics of ABM tools and technologies, as well as the benefits, challenges, and strategies that businesses need to know. For a deeper dive, explore our complete collection on all things ABM by clicking the link above or in the description below. Salespeople had been selling into large accounts for decades before ABM came along in the early 2000s and gave them a methodology and the digital marketing tools to target those accounts more directly and efficiently. That was a time when most marketers were focused on exploiting the newly popular internet to reach as many people as possible. ABM was initially used by IT services firms like Accenture, IBM, and Xerox that had large portfolios of offerings they could tailor for big clients. Over the years, ABM grew as more companies encountered the limitations of a demand generation approach. An analyst at research firm Gartner likened the targeted approach of ABM to fishing with spears versus fishing with nets. Demand for ABM today appears strong, even if the execution is often flawed. ABM ranked as the #1 priority among B2B marketers and accounted for an average of 28% of marketing budgets, according to a benchmark survey by Momentum ITSMA and the ABM Leadership Alliance. In addition, more than 3/4 of respondents reported revenue growth from using ABM methods, along with plans to increase their ABM spending. And yet, most companies said they were just in the early stages of ABM adoption. ABM experts and software vendors generally agree on a 5-pronged approach to account-based marketing. Collaborate as a team. Include representatives from marketing and sales. Plan a strategy and maintain collaboration throughout the sales cycle. Identify prospects. Find people who match the ideal customer profile and are researching products. Consider using purchase intent data, ABM software, and account mapping to automate this process. Create custom content. Use analytics and AI to understand the needs of prospects and develop relevant custom content about your company's technology, products, and services. Make sure the customer's buying team has a positive account-based experience. Engage with buyers. Deliver custom content and other types of messaging and initiate personal contacts in sync with the buyer's customer journey. And optimize the ABM process. Improve management of accounts and the overall ABM process by examining ABM metrics and key performance indicators. Measure things like the amount of revenue a customer generates over the course of the relationship, and a customer's website visits, event attendance, and other interactions. The 3 main types of ABM are one-to-one, one-to-few, and one-to-many. One-to-one ABM is sometimes called strategic ABM and addresses the needs of individual accounts through highly customized methods. One-to-few ABM is also known as ABM Light and typically targets fewer than a dozen accounts that have similar needs and only require light customization. One-to-many ABM is also called programmatic ABM. It takes greater advantage of marketing automation technology to scale up efforts to dozens or even hundreds of prospects, and typically segments them into categories. This approach may seem a lot like demand generation, but it's still considered ABM because it targets specific accounts, though it's more likely to use repurposed content than the other types are. Segmenting accounts, say by region, and ranking them in tiers according to their revenue potential, can help decide how many resources to devote to them. For example, the lowest level accounts may get websites and emails customized to their industry. The next level up might get dedicated microsites, and the next highest level might receive executive meetings and custom models that demonstrate potential value. And the top level accounts, well, they might get the royal treatment with on-site visits from marketing and sales staff, plus millions of dollars worth of content and other assets. The primary goal of ABM is to increase sales revenue. A secondary benefit is to economize on sales and marketing resources. Together, they boost profits and ROI. There are other benefits to ABM, of course, including increased customer engagement, greater customer loyalty, better process automation, accelerated sales cycles, and more upselling and cross-selling opportunities. According to a Gartner survey, ABM programs work most effectively when marketing and sales meet on a weekly basis and collaborate. But easier said than done. Attempts to implement ABM have been known to fail when strategies are heavily slanted towards marketing, to the detriment of sales. Part of the collaboration problem has been lack of integration between the software used by departments. Marketing systems were designed to automate marketing operations, tasks, processes, and workflows, while the CRM system was designed to support sales-specific processes. No single system could share marketing and sales information. The data schemes of the two disciplines didn't line up either, requiring data integration and mapping between systems. Lately, integration has improved, partly due to the work of vendors that sell both types of systems. ABM practitioners must also familiarize themselves with the sales cycle of each client, which can be long and continuous. Training marketing people to understand sales and accounts is another hurdle, as is educating sales teams. Another key challenge is tracking, measuring, and analyzing the results of, say, a targeted marketing campaign, the number of website visits by high-value clients, or contact center upsell revenue in a given period. When building an ABM strategy, most of the effort goes into aligning marketing and sales using a combination of management techniques and technical support. All stakeholders need to have a clear understanding of their roles and responsibilities. The key is getting different points of contact to work as a single brand in front of the customer. Without collaboration across departments, sales, for example, might unknowingly pitch a new product to a customer whose billing department is angry about a possible overcharge from a previous purchase. An ABM strategy needs to be championed by a sales leader and sales operations team. Sales operations teams typically are involved because of data integration, mapping, and schema issues, as well as process triggers between the systems and analytics. They typically work with a dedicated marketing team that might include an industry specialist. In addition to tackling the organizational and data management requirements, specialized technologies are necessary when implementing an ABM strategy. Most companies probably have a CRM system for managing customer contacts and histories, along with a marketing automation platform for sending emails. If they use those platforms to target certain companies and personalize emails, they've achieved simple ABM. The rise of niche ABM platforms to deliver relevant display advertising and create brand awareness with high-value customers came in response to the demand for digital marketing that went beyond simply using email. There are also systems that collect purchase intent data and track the online activity of accounts to determine customer interest in researching a purchase. Most companies aren't getting the full use out of their sales automation, CRM, and marketing automation software, and they lack a unified view of their data. Successful ABM programs depend on having a sound process in place, and the people who have the sales, marketing, and customer service skills, plus the technical savvy to get the most out of ABM tools and technologies.